sued. I mean, it's like it's why I have E&O insurance, because I got fucking sued for $500,000. It was that fucking for defamation, because I shit on that lawyer on the air when he called in. He was like the guy's right activist, and he called up, and I insulted him for an hour, and I implied that he fucked chickens. Like, it was funny. And I remember saying, like, he sued me for defamation, and I remember saying, this guy wants to kill me, but he can't, so he's getting me legally. Because we met once. He thought I wanted to settle with him because he amended his complaint. He said that I was having people send him anthrax or white powder, implying it was anthrax. It was fucking crazy. So I had him meet in my lawyer's office just to tell him, like, dude, that's insane. I thought, like, as two people.
Right.
But he thought I was going to settle. So we shook hands and met, and he was just like a little fishy, weird guy. And then he just continued to sue me. And it finally went away. I had a great lawyer. And in court 8 months later or 9 months later, the judge didn't like him. And my attorney started reading things I said to him on the air. And all the other lawyers in the court started laughing. And all those people laughing at him got him to go, oh, Your Honor, we can settle this. So they went in the back, and that was it. No money was paid. It was just dropped.
Oh, he just didn't want to be mocked.
And that he didn't want to be mocked. And he wrote like this manifesto, and he mentioned me in it. Oh, and that guy, over the fucking pandemic, dressed up like a FedEx worker and went to a judge's house and shot her son and killed him.
That was the guy?
That's the same guy, Roy Den Hollander. And
that was the guy that sued
That's the guy that sued me.
Holy shit.
And he went to, he was going to, I think, murder Sonia Sotomayor, I think her name is, the Supreme Court Justice, and they said he might have killed somebody else in LA, they don't know. But yeah, he was going to shoot her, and her son answered the door.
Holy shit,
yeah,
dude.
But I knew that guy. It was more than a lawsuit, because he had challenged me to a duel. I didn't tell you. On the air, he goes, do you want to go to South America and have a duel? Like, it was really bizarre that he chose.
Like one of those 10 paces things?
Yes. Like it was so nuts.
Whoa.
And then he started wanting to come back in studio and fight us. He's like, it'll just be me against the three hosts fighting. All these crazy messages.
Oh, my God.
But I knew he was.
I can't believe that was the guy. I never knew that.
That's the guy. Yeah. So that, like, when that type of shit happens, it's like, it does change you a little bit. You're like, wow, that guy was right. That guy literally wanted to murder me. It wasn't me being crazy or paranoid. And most people, from what I heard, he had cancer. Like, they said he had like incurable stage 4 cancer, and then he wound up doing that, and then he just blew his brains out, shot himself.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So they never got him. He did it to himself.
He killed himself. Yeah, I think the cops were coming to get him, and he killed himself. So, yeah, that could have been a lot worse.
Boy.
And I look back on that, and I also feel good about myself. Like, hey, you read this guy right. Like, I read what type of person he was. Like, you know, you get pretty good instincts. Like, if somebody's heckling you, you understand. Is this guy having fun, or is this guy trying to be a piece of shit because he resents me? You learn pretty quickly to read motives, and maybe it's just an animal gut instinct. I'm like, this guy's a fucking problem. So yeah, I got very lucky with that. We never, it never got to that.
I wonder how much you having him ramped up all this anger and led to the murder.
You know, I don't know, because it was years later, and it was also, he had this thing with women, like. I originally we were gonna interview him because he was suing Columbia because of their guys' studies or women's studies, sorry. And so I was like, look, I don't like anything that's progressive and exclusive by nature. Like, you know what I mean? Like, hey, how come they're not doing guys' studies? So I'm like, see what. But then it became apparent he just sues women. So then we started to make fun of him because it's like it wasn't the principle of Columbia doing this. It was like, you just have a fucking hard on and want to sue women. So then we kind of made fun of him. And it got ugly, and I was just being a dick like I was on the air. And that's what was, but I don't think that, I think he had so many of these problems, and it was much more about women than anything I said to him. Like, my humiliation of him was years earlier, but I do think I humiliated him, and he really wanted to, because my attorney at the time, his name is Tom Ferber, he's a great lawyer, and my law firm hated him so much, they retroactively knocked down what they were charging him. They go, this guy's such a bad guy that we're going to charge you less and we're going to make it retroactive. Like, they were so offended by what he was doing as an attorney. Wow. So I got lucky with really good people, and they really took good care of me.
You also got lucky with cancer.
Yes, 100%, 100%. Because again, do I think he would have hunted me down and killed? No, I think the judge for him was a bigger one. But I mean, I'm sure it would have felt good for him if he could.
Especially with all the run. He's going to stop by.
Yeah. Yeah, and oddly enough, it happened in the town I grew up in, which was again a pure coincidence, but it happened in Norton. He went to kill her, and just unfortunately, her son entered the door. Yeah, you get like I've gotten so many threats over the years, like legit, you know, radio, podcasting. You don't see. It's not like live stand-up. Like there's a lot of people that you don't see, and I used to answer them. I have hundreds of fucking hate mail messages, and I used to go back and forth with people. And I eventually stopped because then people, like I had a couple people talking about you better watch your back or talk about getting shot, and they were using their real names. And I'm like, all right, if this guy's using his real name, he's a fucking, there's something wrong with him.
Right.
Like, and I don't know what he looks like, and he knows what I look like.